How the Forest Feeds by Matthew R. Wright. Read to you by Tyson Smith. Sierra looked upon the leaves and wept. Aged and autumnal, brittle to the touch, they lay spread across the root of a tree. A shallow and wildly carved line, tipped with an arrow, pointed down to them. She knew what the leaves had said were true. She remembered being in the forest, but not for how long. Spring of '97. The forest had been lush with shades of green, yet there were autumnal leaves.
The trees, they lie,
Read one of the brittle leaves as she bent down to inspect them. The warning scratched haphazardly into one side by a fingernail or other sharp object.
They won't let you leave. Don't trust your eyes. This is how they feed.
Who had authored these warnings? Where were they? Where was she? She still couldn't recall how long she'd been there. Sierra felt the rising of paranoia within. What did it mean that they wouldn't let her leave? Was the forest watching? She remembered how she felt its pulse beneath her feet, smelt its earthy scents. No sound, only a suffocating silence. Her watch read 11 p.m., yet the sun remained fixed in place high above her. A sharp wind from all directions pinned Sierra in place. Too cold for the current season. There was no warmth from the daylight.
They can change the light.
She took in the panorama around her. The trees repeated endlessly, an infinite mirror of wood and daylight.
This is how they feed.
What did this mean? Sierra felt weaker, her eyes heavier. She knelt before the aged leaves, leant against the base of the tree. Just before her eyes closed for the last time, she read another anonymous leaf.
Martin Keeley, 83.
She knew that name. He was one of the missing. She knew the family. Never found. Sierra could not stop her eyes from closing. Her breathing slowed. She thought about the leaves, how they told his story. She didn't have the strength nor the means to write her own. The leaves were too late of a warning, an explanation, an apology. Sierra knew this fate, but who would know hers? Sierra looked upon the leaves and wept.